Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 11th December 2024. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone has withdrawn its $553 million loan request from the US Development Finance Corporation for the Colombo port project. Adani will instead fund the project with internal resources. The project is progressing well and is expected to be operational early next year. This follows investigations into Adani by US authorities. India's largest airline IndiGo is set to start competing with Air India in chasing business class flyers as part of a strategy to attract high-paying corporate customers and boost profit margins. This will mark a drastic shift for IndiGo, which has so far operated its entire fleet in an all-economy configuration with a primary focus on offering affordable fares to fill aircraft seats. Micro, small and medium enterprise or MSME stakeholders urge the government to implement GST reductions, technology upgrades and extend production-linked incentive benefits to various sectors during a pre-budget meeting with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Saturday. The interaction aimed to gather inputs for the Union Budget 2025-26 scheduled for presentation on February 1st. Stakeholders highlighted the need for addressing technology gaps and skill development with calls for specific measures such as linking the GEM or Government e-Marketplace portal to Udayam registration to expand MSME's market reach. The government issued an order to include solar cells under the ambit of approved list of models and manufacturers or ALMM effective from June 1, 2026, a measure aimed to boost domestic manufacturing of solar cells and reduce dependency on Chinese imports. ALMM is a list of the models and manufacturers from which solar project developers are required to buy equipment from. Currently, ALMM has been imposed for solar modules. However, in the past few years, implementation of ALMM for solar modules has faced several challenges primarily due to reluctance from the industry. The new rule extends the norm to a more primary level of manufacturing of solar equipment, which would mean increased domestic value addition. After watching the rapidly growing quick commerce space in the recent months, the India business of the Seattle headquarter Amazon has decided to take a plunge in it. In yet another significant announcement, the company has announced raising its cumulative export target from India to $80 billion by 2030 from $20 billion by 2025, in line with the firm's commitment to Viksit Bharat. The firm is on track to reach its previous target of $20 billion in exports by 2025 after reporting $13 billion this year. The Securities and Exchange Board of India or SEBI has proposed leveraging the DigiLocker platform to streamline the process of claiming unclaimed assets of deceased investors. According to a discussion paper, the regulator has proposed that depositories and mutual funds be required to provide demat and mutual fund holding statements respectively in DigiLocker. It has also proposed the automatic updating of a DigiLocker user status upon their demise using data from the Registrar General of India. Further, an automatic intimation to the DigiLocker nominee would be sent via SMS and email. The nominees could then access the digital information in the account of the deceased user or investor and initiate the process of transmission of the financial asset.
This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.